About that, and we're going right into the game again. Everybody, what do you guys think we're going to be seeing out of this? Well, we see an Anivia ban right away, but what else? What do you guys think?
I hope an Alistair ban. I think that champion's absolutely nuts. I think his combo is... I think he's the best support. I ban him every game.
For sure.
I can respect that. I love it when I hear people respecting the support role.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, best role in the game. We do see the the Kane ban come across. Definitely a targeted ban towards Cheney who did perform last split very well with Kane.
I mean, if you, I don't know, but if he's a Kane player and it seems like he'd probably want to get on a more carry-centric jungler because, like I said, Maokai performance may be a little underwhelming. They were able to get that kill in the top lane, but not able to propel his team like maybe they wanted to. It could be just a comfort thing, but yeah, maybe he feels a little more comfortable on more carry-centric champions than just a pure tank like Maokai. CC tank.
That might be something that he needs to take into consideration with pick, but it looks like Sejuani was picked up after the Cho, Rammus, and Vigar ban. Gnar picked up for the Team White Wolf game.
It looks like that we're seeing more of the same so far. Nothing really different. Bans are different, obviously, but I mean, probably gonna have to
adding the Cho. Well, there's we got the Zac, another pretty tanky champion. See how creative he can get with his ganks.
Let's see. Maybe this one will actually make sure that he's not sitting on top of a ward like we did the first game.
Gotta get your jumps, man. They gotta come from somewhere.
Exactly. If they see it coming, who cares? You're jumping right at them. It's instantaneous.
Oh, very exciting pick. As we see 10-man picking Kennen for his team. So we could see, unless it is a flex pick, Kennen into Gnar.
That's very interesting. I've heard legends of this matchup. Never seen it in person.
Well, you'll see it here first. Unless we're getting a Kennen ADC.
Oh, it's your favorite run, and Alistair picked
letting him have the Alistair again. Alistair's gonna add that all-important tankiness along with the Juwani to maybe make up for the Kennen a little bit, but just another big tank coming from the bot lane.
I would wager it is Kennen top because it has got to get lucky, and he loves Kennen.
That's
Let's
good
see
call
what other
there.
bands.
Good job. Kinos with the Kennen call. Strong respect for that. Orianna is coming across for Lashamus in the mid lane.
There goes the Vayne.
Respect ban. Brandana getting it taken away from him.
Don't want those scripts anymore. Get those out of here.
I am forsaken.
Well, they answer with the Varus ban. Not going to see the same bot lane minus Alistair. Or maybe the Comp Kench. The Comp Kench come in. Not the same carries. AD carries.
For sure.
And Lux gone again. I'm guessing that's maybe a target ban.
Perhaps, but Lux is a very solid play into Orianna, so it could just
I see.
Could just be respecting the choice. Xayah ban coming across. It looks like we're going to definitely prioritize ADCs in this, as we've had 4 ADCs banned.
Yeah, very interesting. What ADCs are left? Who's pickable?
I don't know, man. These are what these guys play all the time. I don't know what else is there. Nah, I'm kidding.
Well, we've seen the 3 major meta bans come across. So
Yeah.
Ashe, good pickup by Arcane Soda. Brandana, we're all waiting on pins and needles. What are you going to give us tonight?
Maybe a Twitch?
Twitch. I'm thinking Kog'Maw's maybe a possibility.
Definitely not Swain. I doubt it's Swain. Give me that. Give me that Blitzcrank bot lane.
Jinx.
Oh, Jinx.
There we go. Got
Very
the
nice.
Jinx.
And the Ziggs. All the bombs this game.
Ziggs can definitely reach past Oriana in that area that she has around her where that ball is efficient. So, good choice there, playing into Lysiamus with that Oriana. Or Lice. Lice.
So the support, looks like we're gonna have a Nami. So not quite the tankiness from the last game.
But sustain that was missing prior.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
folks, you see it here. We've got Kennen going into Gnar, Sejuani into Zac, Ziggs into Oriana, Jinx and Alistair facing off head-to-head versus Ashe and Nami. Running, let's kick it over to you. Tell me about this bot lane matchup.
Very, very interesting. Nami, a really good solo Q pick. I see a lot. She's got the peel for what you would see as Ashe's probably one of the most immobile carries you could pick. She does have her passive peel, but that's about it. Nami's going to have the bubble and her ultimate, and going to want to just keep that Ashe safe, keep the Sedge and the cannon as far away from her as she can.
Could not agree more. This is going to become a battle of the CC, and really keeping an eye out for those knockups, as Alistair and Nami are very well able to keep ADCs just flying in the air. Nickel, I've got Ziggs, I've got Oriana. Who's going to come out on top? Both of these guys can wave clear like nobody's business. What should we look for? And with both of them running TP too.
I gotta agree with you. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of TPs out of the mid laners just to get back and get some early backs and gets back in the lane. I mean, we saw Liz with Oriana last game. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Knows his champ. I don't know how Primton's gonna be with Ziggs. I haven't. Wait. Am I
Primton
backwards here?
Ziggs. No, Primton has Ziggs.
Okay. Jesus crumps, guys. I apologize. But, yeah. I feel like that Ziggs is a strong pick against the Oriana. It's definitely the early game might just be a boring match of who's going to get more CS. Might see a little bit poke here and there. Maybe nothing too big unless the Ziggs thinks he can out-damage Oriana, which I believe he can do. And I'm sure that Primton thinks he can do, so we'll have to see how that is, but I feel like early game we might see a little bit of a benefit to Ziggs. Late game, it's going to be dependent on what happens. I feel like if we're going to see what White Wolf Gaming was doing before with them grouping up, I don't think it's going to matter. They're definitely going to be able to protect themselves with that.
I agree. It's going to be a really exciting match to watch for that mid lane. Now, with the jungle, I do see Zac makes it his business to get up in your grill, all up in your jungle, making sure he counter farms. He's very strong with that. But Sedge does have the ability with those incredible ganks. Her kit is made for ganks. So I'm excited to see where this matchup takes us. I think we're going to see a lot of emphasis in the top lane. With Kennen being the choice that they had made. You want to make sure he gets fed for those strong engages. Kennos, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Kennen, Gnar, what do you think?
I think that it'll be interesting to see how well Gnar is able to juggle the tempo of Mega Gnar. Gotta get lucky has shown a couple of times that he can be overly aggressive. Obviously, he does get at least one amazing ult off every single game, but at the same time, he does sometimes get picked off with a little too much over-eagerness. So it'll be interesting to see how that tempo swings out for him. I might give the edge to Lucky's Kennen here, just because he will have a little bit more stuns working for him. But I think it'll be, like I said, it's all up to how well the Gnar plays off his Mega form.
Could not agree more. It's going to be making sure that you keep up with the tempo of combat as Gnar plays into a very aggressive lane bully that is Kennen. Well, wonderful, folks. We're really excited for the second game. I'm going to throw it over to our casters. Running, Nickel, give me a show.
All right, we'll do our damnedest. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, let's see. We're going to go into the skin analysis right away. Raito is with us today, giving us the loading screen right away. McAllister still here. Might have to give it to Cowbell this time because they finally got what they wanted.
Actually sticking to their name this time.
Yeah.
Heartseeker Ashe, very nice. And Dino Gnar, my favorite Gnar skin. Gonna give it to the Dino Gnar. Not a huge Kennen fan in general, but seeing that Gnar run around in his onesie is gonna be really fun.
Holy crap, Raito actually coded it right. I don't have to change the scoreboard at all. Hallelujah. Alright, we got Cowbell giving away their plan again. Oh wait, Wolf Gaming 2, just getting some. Looks like we're just gonna see some defensive play. No crazy invasions. As I say that.
So Gnar did in fact just go ahead and go for the Doran's Blade, so he is gonna want to be bullying the Kennen right back.
That's definitely what he wants to do. I mean, Kennen's going to be a force to be reckoned with early game if he doesn't. Oh boy, guys, calm down.
We got 3 stopwatches coming from blue side, blue side, and just the Gnar having the one.
Interesting.
So Jinx will, if Alistar is not able to field, will be able to survive any kind of parties in the bot lane, at least a little bit.
Alright. Looks like that they're content with going to their leashes now. Albeit a little bit more piggy. You guys are gonna get me heading with this stuff, jeez.
So no real deep wards from either side.
Oh. It's gonna be interesting how Zach plays, because we saw in previous games that he was definitely trying to go into for some invades to try to get some good angles on his jumps and maybe get some English language.
Looks like we may have a little action here in the jungle. Sejuani being the aggressor, Zach's jungle. Might want to strike first. Let's see, Zach's gonna finish this wolf up. I don't think he'll smite. Is Sejuani gonna be able to smite the blue away? Yep, just in time. No wards, going unseen, and Zach's in for a bad time.
Sad day, my
He
dude.
says, "That's all right. I'll smack my grump around. I don't use mana any." So Juwani had been spotted out. Obviously, Zach would just beeline it for hers. They could do a trade, top side, bot side trade of camps. Zach, blue team did know Zach went grump and should have seen him heading towards the river.
We do have them right on top of each other.
Yeah.
Come on,
So
Zach.
Juwani's gonna go on. Zach's able to counter. Oh, lands them both, smacks them together. Forcing the Sejuani to flash. That was very nice from Zach.
Nicely done. Nicely done. I'll take that as a win in my book. A little bit of early aggression, nothing too much from it though, besides flash. Nami, you gotta land your bubbles.
Sejuani's gonna go ahead and just take her blue. She doesn't want Zach to get it. And just recall. Pretty smart idea.
Got that right. I think that Zach is gonna be a little bit taken aback when he tries to invade. If he tries to invade, I'm surprised he's not. Look at that.
Get some vision down. Pretty good wards coming out from the red
Might be
team
in
so
trouble
far.
here. Alistar able to. Too bad Brandana wasn't able to capitalize on it too bad. Instead, Mr. Pig is getting a little bit down. Able to go away though. Get away.
Ash able to get that, nope, whiff from Gnar. Ash able to get down that just lift damage, even though Alistair entered the bush, just because that ward. Every bit counts.
You got that right.
So there they go ahead and spot out the Sejuani from the ward that Zach put down. She's still going. Okay, she gives up.
Easy. Nice read from the Gnar, able to get away from that, to get a little bit of a slow.
Good ward, good communication. So now they know Sedge is in the top. Bots could give the Ashe and the Alistairs just a little window to play a little more aggressive, maybe engage.
It's alright, Oriana. The Zig is coming back right now.
Oriana hitting the blast cone because she again saw the Sejuani pass over the scuttle. The Gnar not respecting the repeat gank, and Ken able to get that first blood, not what you want.
No, not at all. It's going to be nice for the cannon to get a little bit of a edge on the CS lead. Although I feel like Gnar should be able to come back with the. Does he have teleport up? Yeah, he does. I don't know why I thought he was teleport. Jeez. But yeah, I feel like he's not in a bad place yet.
Not the worst, but in a bully matchup, that first blood, it's gonna be a little bit harder. What do you think about mid lane? Just wave pushing against each other back and forth, pretty much. The red ward again. Again, she's not going to be able to get a lot done. These really good ward placements from the red team. It all just kind of leads into the next. Sejuani got spotted, well, the gank, but Sejuani got spotted top, or he was able to put the ward down. They should know she's around, happen like she did in the top lane.
Looks like that they're trying to set up for Dragon, maybe? Yep. No. Yes. No.
Oops, spotted out by the Ashe.
Looks like that White Wolf Gaming is still playing as they were before, and the defensively trying to find those picks. I feel like that Cowbell took a page from their book and is playing defensive, playing smarter. I would say a little bit more. They've been playing aggressive like they were before, but definitely.
Here we have the Zac. He's winding up and he's jumping in, able to grab, maybe get a minion, pull back. Ooh, pulls her out of the Nami ult. In fact, not what they were planning.
Cannon coming in.
TP coming in. Cannon at half health definitely doesn't want to be the first one to tank. He doesn't. Zac hops in, gets the double slap. Ooh, really good play from Zac, and able to get a 2-for
Nice knock up from the Nami.
none. Yeah, that's perfect. It uses a stopwatch from Jinx. Oh, perfectly timed arrow from the Ashe. That was beautiful from the red team. Everything.
What a slap
Everything
in
just
the
went their way in that
face.
fight.
Jeez.
Wow. That was pretty nuts, right?
What range?
Like,
I have my ult.
Wow. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Letting the Nami out of the pulling the Jinx out of the Nami bubble. Definitely able to turn around. Burning the Zac passive, but that's
I think
definitely
they're totally
worth for
fine
the
with
2
that.
kills. Yeah, the chat says that arrow. Oh man, I'd have missed that. I could take. I'd be in that situation 100 times and hit it maybe once, missed, or maybe 10 times. But very impressive. Definitely newer timing.
Yep. Dang. Looks like they're going to go back to do a little bit of a reset. Definitely in a better place. Feeling safe in lane.
Gnar able to catch up a little bit too. Kennen wasting his time bot lane, not getting it done. Gnar able to push his tower, get some CS. He's pretty much right back in it.
Yeah, that's... Oof.
Wow.
He's got to be a little bit careful of that.
Mid lane getting to about half. Not sure if we're going to see any crazy 1v1 Ziggs Orianas. Oh, here's the Zac. Doesn't have currently have vision in Ziggs. Okay. Nope. Ziggs able to scoot and boot it out.
Ooh, Liz might be in trouble. Nope. Zach comes
Here we
in.
go.
Save the
Does he
day.
land it? Grab the minion, pull it in. Ult.
Ooh, nice flash. Oh, nice
Ooh.
stopwatch.
Ooh! The mechanics of this game are unbelievable. Oh, and the Jinx. Is that? No. Okay, I thought that was cross map. Still, good Jinx ult. Able to pick up the kill. Knew the passive was burned. Ziggs able to stay alive with the stopwatch. Able to make the difference for him. They're able to 4v1 down the first turret gold. Nami will burn the ult. Does not want to give it up. But I think with the Ziggs and the Jinx, that definitely was going to go down.
Meanwhile, the Wet Noodle Fest in the top lane is going as
Less stopwatch. More from downtown. I'm reading the the chat, Twitch chat.
From downtown. Jinx. Fatality.
So both carry ultis finding their marks early in this game.
Indeed.
Short range, but finding their marks.
Impressive to say the least. I mean, I'm not an ADC. I can't do that shit.
Yeah. I've played probably more Ashe than Jinx, but yeah, not my cup of tea. I need something that can dash, get through walls, run away from big fed top laners. So Jinx, they went ahead and put Jinx in the bot lane. I mean Jinx, Gnar in the bot lane to pick up the wave. I don't know if there's going to be what kind of rotation we're doing. Looks like they're just heading mid. No one on the red team's top. And Zach is standing on a ward.
Yep. I mean, it looks like that we're seeing a little bit of...
Still gonna... No. That damage from Ziggs onto the squishy members is pretty scary right now in the early to mid game.
Yeah,
we're about mid. Gnar pounding on the tower.
I was gonna say that it seems like more like the last game that they're just gonna have an Gnar split push and they're gonna group up.
I think Ken and Gnar don't. Well, Gnar doesn't want to be around the Ken, so we're just trying to get out of laning phase here.
That could be true.
Especially with their mid tard already dead. Alright, he's gonna have a 4v 4-on-2. The Nami ult and the Ashe arrow. Jinx able to flash away. A lot going on here in this fight. Not going red team's way though.
I don't think that Zach.
Ooh, he hits the stun. The one stopwatch from the red team. Ace? Or Zach? Zach got away.
That got away.
I need to pay better attention.
Nah, man,
Definitely not what they were planning when they saw that bot. That juicy Jinx sitting by herself.
Everybody is back up, pretty much, except for Gnar. They're gonna come and answer this. I feel like that they're gonna push him off. Unless Caldwell gets greedy.
I mean, you don't want to lose another fight here.
Mm-mm. No.
Okay. So, who were the kills on? I haven't kept the best track. 3 on Jinx and 1 for everybody else. So, pretty evenly distributed, and I don't know if Jinx is still a hyper carry, but she's definitely going to have a lot of damage. And has a lead on Ashe, as well as the CS lead. Ashe does have 2 for herself, but the 5k, or I guess it's only 4k, gold lead is going to give the blue team an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I mean, oh, okay. Zakdus is still sitting on the roof here.
Oh.
Trying to track it down.
We'll have to see.
Maybe they could have played that a little bit slower. Oh wow, solo kill on the Ken here from the Oriana. Who's the bully now?
I blinked. It was gone.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Okay, so was Zach able to skirt in here? This could be a kill here too. Ash Arrow, flash the Nami bubble. Still gonna continue to chase. Very close
Sliver.
there.
I don't think that's gonna be. Nah, that's definitely not what. Sorry, guys.
Well, there's red team able to finally get to answer back. Top turret's very low. We got the Rift Scuttler going to be able to kill the bot lane, and Oriana picks up the mid one all on her own. Really,
Zach
really
was
nice.
taking a lot of damage from that turret. Jeez. Heat of the moment, he didn't
Lane
notice
with
it was
fire.
happening.
Yeah, I thought the Scuttle was taking it too.
Sejuani's gonna be able to take out the Scuttle just fine.
Narn Kennen still playing top lane. Nar is yet to pick up a kill, but did finish that Black Cleaver. Sometimes you do see the Nars not go with Cleaver first if it's not a huge tank matchup in the top lane like we might see right now. But I think he just figures the towers are going down. We're gonna have to team fight. There's a Sejuani. I need the Black Cleaver.
Yep. I tend to agree with that.
Here we go, Zach again, coming from
Downtown.
From downtown is right. Getting off his stopwatch. Not sure if it's going to make a difference.
Nice prediction.
It is not.
From Cheney.
Very, very nice.
It's gonna be a hard ult to hit trying to get that stopwatch. Jeez.
So there you go. We have the full outer turrets. Man, another Nami bubble. Another champion pulling it out of the Nami bubble, but it doesn't matter. Gets the kill anyway. And for the kill lead, which is getting smaller and smaller, and the first turret going to the blue team, the red team is actually able to take out the outer ring first without actually establishing a siege. It was mostly just the laners getting their towers. A little help from the jungle here and there, solo kill from the mid lane, and we're about back to even.
Yeah, it seems like that White Wolf Gaming is doing a good job of catching up. Now let's
Absolutely.
just see if they can hold it.
Zach's dealing with the blue. Sejuani's sad.
And they're definitely doing all the right things here. Cowbell's doing their darndest to try to keep up with them as well. I feel like that it might come down to a team fight. They seem to be both grouping up pretty evenly. No one's really split pushing anymore, just getting some minions up and then
If I have to say anything, it seems like the blue team's kind of in a bad situation. Ziggs has a pretty big CS deficit from the Oriana. Jinx really has nowhere to go, at least not by herself. She's going to be able to pick up this bot wave here in a minute, but they're fighting for far mid with a Fire Drake coming up, and looks like the red team has the push on most of the waves.
mm-hmm. Do you see a little bit of a tussle? Start of a tussle? No. Both these guys really want Dragon. It is an Infernal Drake. That does definitely is something that neither team wants the other team to have. Say that 10 times really fast.
It's the starting fight streak. Arrow able to land, but it's on
Nice
the
knock up
Alistair.
from Nami.
It is. Altov's Ziggs Ted damage. Ash flashes in. And the kite. Take the stun. Hits him with the emote. Did you see that?
I did. Oh,
And
sad
Jinx
day. Brandana.
Able to take him down. That thing with
That was the wettest noodle I have
That
ever seen
was
so funny. Jesus Christ.
That was actually hilarious. Okay, so blue team able to get right back. That's what we got from that. Zig's AoE damage actually doing a whole lot. Double AoE damage, Jinx as well. Able to do a whole lot in that fight. And able to that penguin was amazing. Able to transition right into a tower, a tier 2 tower, as well as a flame drake.
I could not have said it better myself. I honestly could not.
But again,
cheeky
here we have the
emote.
big wave bot. That was actually hilarious. That one really, I enjoyed that one. And looks like Red's just going to try and sneak this Baron. I don't think Blue knows what's going on. I don't think they have any idea.
They do not. They got two people going back. Kennen probably would have been the only person that could have done anything about it.
Man, these two teams both just making the calls and sticking to them, living, dying by it. Gets the Baron.
Nicely done from White Wolf getting able to... I don't know if they predicted that, or if that was luck on their end for Cowbell being so distributed, but... Dang.
It's just kind of one of those things, you know, like, what's the most unexpected thing we could do? Almost. Had the bot wave in a good spot, saw the Ziggs mid lane, and I think the bot lane, and I think the Alistair showed. Yeah, no words definitely had a part of it, but I'm gonna ask, or just respond to the Twitch chat real quick. No words has a part of it, but you gotta also be relying that, you don't have wards on them either. Like, you wouldn't really know where they were, but they did. Ziggs had to pick up the wave. There's a big wave pushing into bot. Oh, here we have a fight. Gets the kill on Ashe again. Ziggs picks up the Sejuani and kind of puts her on top of the Ori. Ooh, then able to give another kill onto Jinx. Jinx is excited. All lands, a lot of damage coming out from Orianna, but she's out of mana. Not sure if they can keep this fight up. Fight and the kite.
Misses the rocket on the Gnar.
The TP saving the day. But again, I'll just go back to why they were able to get the Baron. Two showed bot. At worst, you start the Baron. Maybe they did peep on you. They come. The worst it could be is a 5v3. That's not so bad. Kind of something you want to force. Just the quick responses to the and good wave management kind of led to that. Or worst case scenario, a big Jinx rocket comes in there and.
Yep. Like. Who has Baron?
Wow, this is really back and forth game here. I don't. I'm not comfortable saying really either team's ahead. Dude.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I'm not really sure who's really ahead anymore. I mean, if you look at
Unlike the last one, at least.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with kills, it looks like that Cowbell is still pretty ahead. I mean, they have a little bit of a gold lead as well. I mean, if you look at the team distribution, it's just not
really feel
that
like
different either. I mean, and you're going to keep winning.
There we go. Someone steps out of position. Quickly capitalize.
Not a team fight, I think.
You can turn it right back around. And a big thing was just able to keep the Baron, or at least a few members.
Yeah.
Nami bubble. If that Nami bubble didn't land, I'm not sure if Jinx didn't chase him down and just ace him. Ooh, field goal there from the Jinx.
Yeah.
Really good sidestepping from everyone. I think the Cloud Drake might have helped that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Ashe might want to be careful here.
Yeah.
Dangerously low.
It's a lot of damage coming out from the blue team, and not a lot of soaking up. Like, as unreliable as the Gnar can be, like if he's just mini versus mega, really tells you when you want to go in and fight.
Yep.
Good pushing back and forth. I mean, similar to the first game, it kind of just looks like the minions might just, if they don't manage the waves, the minions are just going to go and get that tier 2 for the red team. Eventually.
Yeah, for sure. I honestly can't say like what I want these teams to do because they're doing pretty well on their own. They don't need to hear me, guys. They don't need Coach
Definitely.
Nickelbacker to tell them what the hell to do. I mean, they're grouping up. They're trying to getting picks.
C chain, and just like that, the red team are pretty close to even. But the red team just gets back in it.
Mhm.
I'm just seeing a lot more. No, not really. It's pretty even war-wise. Uh-oh, Sejuani
Sejuani missed that.
kinda ran right past the Oriana. But it didn't matter. Able to get back in. Takes the Ken away from his carries, sacrificing himself.
Might be what
Very
Cowbell
selfless
wanted.
of Zach.
A little bit of a distributed team fight going on. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch the Gnar or the Nami with the Cloud Drake, help them out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a 4v3 siege in the mid lane. Zig's kind of making his way back up. He could teleport in if they think they can really get it. It's really gonna be just the Gnar trying to wave clear here. Nope, they decided to pull off. They see that wave pushing bot, perhaps. Want to steal the blue. You always got to get the buffs. And the Drake spawning right now. Ocean Drake. Jinx licking her lips at that wave.
Those dragons.
I mean, I think we could just say Jinx is fed. She's about 60 CS up on the Ashe, 6 kills to the 1 death. She's going to be pumping out the damage. Also, Ashe having to commit to the QSS early too, kind of stifling the build a bit. Well, Jinx can just go and buy a Zeal, get the, which is net. She now buys the rapid fire and a BF sword. Just be very difficult for the red team to deal with.
Still, I mean, with that, I mean, it's still pretty even.
All the gold's on the Jinx.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If you kill the Jinx, then it'll be pretty easy. Like, you think of 4v5, okay, but I think it's really depends on whether or not you get rid of the Jinx or the Ziggs or not. Catching the Ken, not exactly the most worth. Like, you don't... I mean, a kill's a kill, but I don't think you want to invest too much, especially in a team fight, because they're just going to still get wiped by the Jinx sitting back.
Looks like they are trying to set up for Baron. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this.
This could be a big fight. Kobe Bryant trying to land some shots from downtown. Zach, see, he sees the Jinx, he gets her. They need to really focus the Jinx now. Cannot let her free fire on you. They'll just kill you.
That damage.
Yeah, it's insane. The Jinx can maybe even... Yeah, wow. Going after the Nami. Still excited. Red buff down. Stun's not going to matter.
Ash, what were you doing?
Might be
Fighting
the game. Fighting the Alistair. She took a rocket to the face.
Oh, man.
And Alistair was chasing her down. Yeah, just gonna tank the wave. Get the inhibitor at least. Maybe, or, yeah, you could maybe just end the game. What are the death timers? 7 on Ori. She'll clear up the waves.
Yeah, Ori and
good idea from Zach. Just not the best execution, and I mean Jinx Flash. It could just come down to a team fight like that can win. Red team the game. They're gonna have to get on the Jinx while she's flashless, killer, and we can pretty much hope for the best after that. Be very difficult, especially with Baron now. GG. Twitch chat, we got some robots. And we've got a GG.
It ain't GG until it's GG. It's probably GG.
Yeah, I've seen worse. I've seen more comebacks.
Yep.
Didn't notice. Does it say on on here. Not sure if Ash had to QSS anything in that last fight. Not sure if it's up. Jinx does have a Guardian Angel now, so whatever you were planning to deal with her, now you have to do it twice.
Oh man. Yeah, not great.
I think the thing here about having such a squishy support is that Nami can't get near the Jinx. She'll be dead before she can even exhaust her. Zach went ahead and picked up the locket, and Nami has the redemption available, I believe, for the next fight, but I'm not even sure if they want one. Is this a base race we're gonna see here against Baron minions? Nami says, no guys. I'll
This
hold.
might be a base race.
Oh, Ori's there.
Basically a base race.
Against super minions.
Yeah, they started wising up in our...
We got question marks coming out from the chat. Ash shooting the arrow, Nar TP and getting insta.
GG.
Okay, yeah, that's not much to say about that one, but that'll be game.
I might have to say that blue side might be OP tonight. Just saying.
Chat says Jinx and Ziggs base race.
Oh man. Jinx Baron minions versus Ziggs. That
That too.
oh,
Let's check the
boy.
damage charts here before I hop out of this one. Surprisingly, Ziggs did have the most damage, and Jinx wasn't incredibly far ahead of the Ken. So just an overall really heavy damage comp coming out from blue side.
Interesting.
But if we had to crown, if we can do the MVP, I might say Jinx.
Yep, I tend to agree. That's probably going to be going to Jinx for me. We might get some different feedback from the analyst desk. Sig, are you with us?
I am here, and I have bells on, cowbells on to be more exact. That was such an exciting game, and I'm glad it came down to a base race, but I just don't know if that was the correct call.
I don't know if it was. You could call that a base race, in my opinion, but I guess it still counts. Maybe?
Well, the closest thing to a race I've ever seen like this is the tortoise and the hare, but it turns out the hare can still win. Either way,
Did not take a break.
it was very exciting to watch these games. Cowbell performed incredibly well compared to their last game. Now, we did see all of this was on the back of Brandana. So, again, you guys, we all called it. Brandana put the team on his back and just carried him right across the finish line. Now, I do think we are going to get an interview, and we will be setting that up. While we are, tell me, what do you think was the deciding factor for Team Cowbell? Let's start with you, Nickel.
I feel like that they just kind of learned a little bit from their enemies, so to speak. They started the first game. They weren't grouping up when White Wolf was grouping up, and they just weren't there for the team fights, just out of position. And this match, they just another switch flipped off. I'll still say that blue side OP, but negating that, I feel like that they were just they just figured, okay, we're gonna have to win some team fights here, and that's what they did. Early game, they got a little bit of not a little bit. They got a lead going on. They were able to sustain it. White Wolf was able to come back from it a little bit, but then that Jinx just blew up. No pun intended. Rockets.
Could not agree more, but he wouldn't have been able to explode like he did without the incredible comp that was around him. So we're going to go on to the interview room where we're going to talk to one of the essential players in that matchup, and that was Gotta Get Lucky. So please join me in the interview room.
All right.
Lucky, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Man, incredible game for you last match. Y'all did struggle in the first match, so you did end the night 1-1. But the Kennen choice seems like the enlightened pick. It was very good lockdown with those team fights that allowed Jinx to just continue the snowball that she had started early on. What made you and your team go with this comp, and you especially with the Kennen pick?
Kennen's always one of my comfort champs, and being without internet for the last week, I'm a little rusty, so it was nice to get back on some comfort. But I think really the impetus for our comeback in the second game was going for some more instant engage versus with the Maokai and the Gnar, it had to be more flank or pre-planned. We would hope to get the Sejuani in the first game, and weren't able to, and then got ourselves set badly behind with that amazing Ori ult at Dragon. So.
Well, wonderful. What had made during the first game? What happened there? Was there something in? Was that champ select? What happened that caused you to lose that game, in your opinion?
Honestly, it started with two very unfortunate or bad plays. Myself getting chowed by a flash Cho'Gath. Can't believe that I let that happen. I think that's the third or fourth time that's happened. And then that unfortunate dragon fight where we all grouped up. I think it was a 4 or 5 man Ori ult, and they had 5 kills to 0, 4 kills to 0 right off the bat, and we were fighting to come back from that point on. And because they were so far ahead, we didn't want to group and fight them. So.
Well, you took that knowledge and you turned it into a victory, ending the night 1-1. Very strong performance. My last question for you. Looking at how the comps, the teams have been shaken up, looking at how everything's been redistributed, and with this new team like yours, Cowbell, what team are you looking to be scared of? Are you worried about Northern Storm this split? What are you expecting?
Honestly, watching the first match tonight, I'd say everything all around looks pretty even. We'll have to see what happens with the final match tonight, but I do think it's going to be an actual base race this time around. I tend to agree with Nickelbacker that wasn't much of a base race.
Thumbs up to you, my friend.
Thank you. Don't get Nickel's head too big. But great job tonight. We look forward to seeing you the rest of the split. I think we're getting ready to start the next game, so we're going to move on back to the analyst desk.
Peace out. Look forward to some good calls.
All right.
Bye,
Thank
man.
you, sir. All right.
Wonderful. I think we're preparing for this last set of games.
So yeah, I think so too. I'm probably gonna stop the stream one more time. I'm gonna be out. I'll leave you into the capable hands. I think of Kenos might be taking back the reins. But thanks for having me, everybody. I'll probably be watching this. I'll probably be watching the last game on the chat with everybody. But yeah, awesome games so far. Hope that everybody's having a great time. And don't forget, like, subscribe. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. That's a tongue twister if I've ever had one. But yeah. Any last words from you guys before I cut the stream?
Great job tonight, man.
Yeah, really good job. Take it easy.
Alright, thank you guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere.